It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, we've got Daniel Jones. You can't ask for much more than his last game, a 5-touchdown effort. It's the Jags and the Ravens on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. And Raheem Blackshear now to return it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Throwing to start here is Tua. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Tua to throw again. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 49-yard line.
Looking to pass. Tua. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Darnell Mooney, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
You know what I did in pregame? I made sure I touched him as he went by. I want a little bit of what he's got.
The golden arm from last week.
Oh, how much fun was that to watch that game tape, all right? The number of touchdowns, what was that, 5 last week?
Yeah.
But 0 interceptions. So you think he's due to throw a pick, but I'm betting that he continues the streak in this game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Jones. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. The Jaguars at 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
A give running right is Evans. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play. Leads to 3rd and 11.
Throwing Jones. That is caught. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Jones throw here taken in by Ingram. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And his throw is incomplete. Mecole Hardman the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. You look at this Baltimore defense. Coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Back to throw again. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of this.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. This one quickly into the hands of Landry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Got to give their offensive coordinator credit there. He got right into the head of the defensive coordinator because right on the heels of the sack on 2nd down, he figured they were going to come at him hard again. And so he went ahead and hit a brilliant call. Screen pass works well enough. They're able to pick up a first down. That's one way to keep that defense at bay.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. The numbers for Williams a week ago: 16 carries, 78 yards.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expecting to make a run at not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Meanwhile, Tua's throw finds its target, Dobbs. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 18-yard line.
Now Tua locates Mooney on the out route and able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This one swung out to Williams. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 8-yard line.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. Myers' kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Now the current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wild card teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, their message has been clear. We're keeping our foot on the gas to the very end.
And how about the theater and the drama that's involved, partner? The best part, we've got a front row seat to it all. And I think this is obviously the ultimate goal when they added a 7th seed to the playoffs back in 2020. More drama, more teams in it late in the season, and more important on games like this.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 19 carries, 125 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync. And that...
Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Second down and 3.
At the 44-yard line.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Evans again. But he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Looking to throw. Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, it's Tua. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
McKenzie now to return it. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian McCaffrey, 44 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is now 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And things have changed since the last time they had it. The safety led to the touchdown, so now they find themselves behind as they begin with a 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Jones. A quick throw, but incomplete.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Jones. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing Jones. And this one's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Open man, that's Tillman. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 61-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 5-point game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. On play action, here's Tua. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's complete to Mooney. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here is 3rd down and 4. Looking to pass. Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Tua to throw again. Letting one go deep for the end zone. That is incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's on his way. Touchdown, Jaguars. Daniel Jones, 77 yards. And the Jaguars come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays, here in the NFL, doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw, and that was a long touchdown on the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Tua. And he checks this one down to Williams. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jones throwing on first down. That's complete to Laporta. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
I know I'm an old defender, but I've got to give credit where credit's due. That was smart play calling right there on 3rd and 4. They didn't need to do too much. Just let their guy get out there and sit down in the zone. And they hit him for the completion for the first down.
They run with McCaffrey off the option. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44. On the option right, it's Jones. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Jones. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Off play action. Jones. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Jack Campbell brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Now Jones on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
The kick by Elliott is good, and they have regained the lead. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 9. Now Tua. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That'll give him 8 that time. And 3rd and 1 now. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Now a 3rd and 6. Play action. Now it's Tua. That is caught. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They'll get 34 yards there.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw. He's got long. His tight end complete. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That's to the sideline and incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Myers' kick is good, and that draws them level. It's 23-23. It's another field goal, his 3rd of the game. Maybe not exactly what you're looking for, but does bring them level now.
I like how you put that in there that brings them level, right? Because if you're talking about kicking, bringing that soccer analogy in, I love that one. I love that one a lot. You don't want to go for it on 4th down and come away with nothing, right? Go ahead and kick the ball. Make sure you get some points. Even if it's a safe call, I think it's the right call. Jaguars offense ready to set up shop here again.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
At the Ravens' 40-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones to the right side. That's where Tillman is. So the completion good for just 3. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Back to throw again. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Tua's throw there, complete to Mooney. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Now Jones. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Throwing Jones. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 33 yards that time.
Talk about a momentum shifter right there. Tie game, 4th quarter. These are the plays that win you games. And now defensively, the question becomes, how do you respond?
Here's Jones on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll look to throw again. A short throw to Ingram. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The kick by Elliott is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. They begin the drive with Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Keeps himself upright. To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On second down, a run with Evans. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded just inside the 30. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Second and a couple. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Again, it's Williams. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. From the 48-yard line, here's a second down and 9. Looking to pass. Tua. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Hardman on the return. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down, make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get them about 5 yards. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Jones. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So the Ravens now down by a field goal. A little under a minute 50 remaining. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw finds its target, Dobbs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Throwing Tua. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Now Tua. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. Here's Tua. And that is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Here comes 2nd down and 5. Here's Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. First throw of the OT session for Tua. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
The busy night continues for Williams. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run it again with Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Now Tua. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete. We'll play only the 1 overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he is going to lose yardage here. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line. They try the left side here with Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
Wow, Charles, that doesn't just take points off the board. That takes a win off the board.
So now you have to regroup because you've gone from celebrating what you think is a win to trying to figure out how to do it again and make it a win.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for the Jags, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll drop to 9-5.